Maybe not.
What's happening?
Look at my hair.
What's happening?
I got my first peripherals ever.
You are... Yeah, I can see that. Oh! Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Can you click? And the wheel? Can you make it spin? Oh. Nice. So...
Second part. My first keyboard. Okay, I'm actually gonna open it. Wow, I love the instructions.
Turn on to
Like
use.
they are made for me. Even more paper. Woo! Look at this. It's so pretty.
Nice. So how much productivity is this gonna give you?
It's gonna triple my productivity. I'm gonna edit videos fast as
Triple. So from 0 to 3 times 0.
yes, and it's beautiful. Yes, I'm very happy.
And it's wireless. It's all wireless.
Yes,
0 cables. How does that make you feel?
so happy. So it's the first day back at work, but that isn't happening right now. We started off the week with having to take the car to the repair shop because we got a small chip on the windshield, so they are doing that. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we're not in a bad place at the moment. It could be worse. I think it's gonna be an eventful week because first we have to get the windshield changed, and then midweek we are getting our first vaccine shot, I think. Amazing. And then I'm getting new peripherals, and today maybe I'm getting my new monitor as well. So a lot of things are happening. I thought it would be a good idea to vlog this week, not only because things are happening, but also because it will help me stay accountable and hopefully not give this up and still record and still try to get better at editing and putting things up. So hopefully this is happening.
We are live. We are go.
Yes, we are back home. Finally, it's been hours. So we got the package. It was in the front door, and it is the monitor. Oh my god! I hope it doesn't fall off. But yeah, it's the monitor. It's so pretty. We will unbox it after work. Oh my god! I'm okay. Yeah, fun stuff. Yee. I finally have one monitor, a proper monitor. I already edited the first video that hopefully it's up, but this is gonna help so much. I'm gonna be able to see the entire timeline. It's the first time that I have a setup like this. I still have some plans, so I wanna get rid of this cork board. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, this thingy. And I wanna replace it with a felt mat. And besides that, I want to, I don't know, make this look a little bit less depressing. So eventually we want to paint the walls, and eventually I also want to hang some stuff here maybe. I don't really know if the desk is gonna remain here or not, but yeah, this is a start. I especially like the fact that the cable mess is minimal. I love that, and it makes me very happy. It's very pleasing. I forgot one very important detail, and it's that this week I'm also getting a new chair. It took me 2 months to decide that I needed to invest in a chair, because I think that was the most important and the most difficult part, was the fact that I needed to spend money on it. And for 2 months I've been working on these kitchen chairs, and they're very nice for kitchen purposes. I'm sure my future self will be very glad once we get the new chair, and I'm very looking forward to it. I wanted all of this to be a casual vlog, but the truth is, I've spent, well, not me, Adam has spent like 20 minutes setting up the lights, and then he had to take Kyro out because he would not stop pacing around the living room while I was talking. Because I guess he thinks I'm talking to someone, but he cannot see anyone, and then he's like, what is going on? Anyway, it's the 4th time that I'm recording this. I'm doing it before I go to sleep tonight. So I thought it would be a good idea to talk about books because that's something that I used to do before in this channel, and I realized that I miss doing it. The thing is, before I used to have these scripts that I would memorize word by word, and looking back at those videos, it doesn't really feel like myself, and it's not something that I want to go for. So I do have notes. I have some notes with me, but I'm gonna try to sound as natural as possible, as myself as possible. It's so difficult to talk to a camera. I want to mention 2 books. One I'm currently reading, and the other one is the last one that I read. And the last one that I read is Terminal Boredom by Izumi Suzuki. You can really tell that this author was really ahead of her time, because this was written in the 70s, and this is a collection of short sci-fi stories written by a woman. And I've read some opinions about this book saying that some of these stories feel dated, and I kind of agree with that. I don't really mind reading dated sci-fi stories because I think it's also interesting to see how certain topics evolve over time. My issue with this collection is that it felt too repetitive. So you can see that there is a theme to these stories, and I would say that is alienation. So all of these characters feel really out of touch with their own realities and with themselves. As I was reading the stories, I was also having a hard time telling them apart. So to me it felt like the same character was present in all of these stories. The last story, the one that gives the title to the collection, Terminal Boredom, I think it's very clear that it talks about depression. It's very dark, a bit brutal. It left a bit of a bad aftertaste. It was a strange reading experience, so I'm not exactly sure that I would recommend it. The book that I'm reading at the moment is The Cat and the City by Nick Bradley. I don't know how I found this book. This reads also like a collection of short stories. There is a calico cat that appears in each and every one of these stories. It's very subtle. All of these stories are set in Tokyo. The tone is very different from the other book. This is more of a quirky kind of read, and I'm hoping that it will be more uplifting than the last one, and that's something that I'm definitely in the mood for. This is what I'm reading tonight. And am I done? Is this it? Yes, I can finally go to bed and read. Yeah, tomorrow will be another day. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but yeah, tomorrow's another day. Where are we going?
To the lake and beyond.
We're always going to a lake.
Yes, it's the only thing that we have around here.
I think it's the first time that we are filming or shooting this place, right? We don't have many pictures or anything.
I mean, we do have some pictures.
So we are in Hellasgården in Nacka Reservat. There are a lot of crazy seagulls around. Maybe you can hear them.
Oh yeah.
This is close to the city of Stockholm. I think it's a pretty popular place because, I mean, there's a lot of activities that you can do here, both in winter and in summer. Ducky! Like many places in Sweden, it's an area surrounded by a lake. So there's a big lake, a huge forest all around it. There's a lot of trails which are pretty good for hiking and also for mountain biking. And that's one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite places in Stockholm, because it's the first place that we went to when we had our mountain bikes.
Somehow, because it's actually pretty crazy. Some of the slopes that are there, they're super steep and full of big rocks.
We were young and crazy. This was...
Yeah, you didn't recover from it. So
No.
After that, you were like, nope, no more.
I really miss the mountain bike, so maybe at some point we can get mountain bikes again. It was a really nice experience. And this was in April 2019, so when I first moved here. It was early spring and the light was so nice. And I remember feeling very lucky to be able to live so close to nature, because that's something that I wasn't able to do before.
Yeah,
Getting
so
out of the house and being in a place like this.
Yeah, basically not being surrounded by concrete and asphalt in every direction,
Yeah.
and being able to see the sky and see birds and
Yeah, I just like coming back here from time to time, just to remember that first feeling that I had of awe and curiosity. And yeah, I just want to make sure that I don't take those things for granted. Maybe I'm speaking for the both of us, but it just feels better when we are able to sneak in a little walk before the week starts.
Yeah.
It's like a way to recharge your batteries. It sounds so cliche, but it's true, I think.
let's move a little bit.
Okay. Like, let's actually walk. I miss the clouds.
You miss it being cloudy like this.
Yes.
Cloudy.
Cloudy, moody. Maybe it's gonna rain soon. What a nice walk. Moody.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you want moody, I guess.
It's been 40 minutes.
See you in the car, or
Maybe.
maybe.
Or
Yeah. Called tea. So I wanted to wrap up this vlog talking about the last book that I read this weekend, which is The Cat and the City by Nick Bradley. And I ended up really enjoying this book. I thought it would be more of a slow burner, but yeah, I ended up devouring it. This is a collection of stories whose linking element is a calico cat, but I would say that the calico cat is more like an spectator to these stories. I actually did not expect these stories to be linked to one another, but as you realize that there are certain clues and certain elements in the stories that are interweaved together, it is very satisfying, and in my opinion it enlarges the story as well. And this plays perfectly in the setting of the stories, which is the city of Tokyo, which is this vast city that hosts these characters and their hopes and fears and dreams. And as you realize the relationship that they have to one another, you understand that these stories do not happen in isolation. I really admire how the author interweaves so many characters from different backgrounds so seamlessly, and I was really interested in all of them. I really have to say that I enjoyed this book as a work of contemporary fiction that does not exist in isolation. Sometimes when you read contemporary fiction, you feel that some authors go to extraordinary lengths to make sure that their characters don't have mobile phones or do not use social media, but that is not the case. And I would say that Nick Bradley goes even a step further, and he uses supplementary materials to these stories. So you can see from time to time photographs, manga, or even translation footnotes. And I think this is done very cleverly and also sparsely, and it really adds up to each and every one of these stories. It was beautiful to see everything coming together in the end. I don't usually cry with books, but yeah, I did cry with this one. I think the last one that I cried with was The Paper Menagerie by Ken Liu, which I also recommend. This was work from a debut author, and I really want to see more from him, so hopefully it's not the last one. And from what I read, if I want to read more interconnected stories, I should check out David Mitchell, so probably Ghostwritten or Cloud Atlas are good candidates. So that's the end of the vlog. Thank you for watching until the end, and see you next time. Bye!
Rainbow time.
This is a fun little experiment where
Double rainbow. Sorry.
where I'm just here trying to grow arms.
Grow arms?
Yeah.
What? What does that mean?
Grow bigger arms, you know?
You mean grow your muscles?
Yes, the muscles
Grow arms.
on my arms that are now hurting very much.